Lead boxing truth. So, Gervonta Davis versus Jake Paul press conference went on pretty good. You know, Gervonta Davis, as we all know, he's not a big talker when it comes to press conferences. He has little words. Well, I won't say little words. He doesn't speak as much as a person like Jake Paul will, who's just used to being able to speak and being able to entertain. Let's put it that way. Gervonta Davis is more of an entertainer, like being able to knock people out. That's his entertainment. He's not going to be the person that's going to talk all day. Like you got a Mike Tyson, who in his prime was, he talked a little bit, but he was more, people more wanted to see him out in the ring. And I think Gervonta Davis has that same effect. People really want to see him in the ring more than really talk. So, he acknowledged it too, because Jake Paul was like, man, this is so boring. It's so boring. And he's like, that's not my job. That's what you do. You like to talk. You do all the stuff. You do all the entertainment stuff. So, at least he acknowledges that, this is not his forte, like talking, doing all the speeches. Pretty much trying to sell the fight. The fight doesn't need to be sold because you got somebody that's coming in weighing 195 pounds who has real boxers, and Jake Paul, and does train, but doesn't have the experience of the Gervonta Davis or skill set of the Gervonta Davis. So the press conference is definitely interesting, regardless of how people felt, because you really don't have nobody really talking for it. Gervonta Davis pretty much just answering yes and no. We'll see how the fight's going to turn out. But one thing I know that this is going to bring new fans to Gervonta Davis, and might bring some fans to Jake Paul, especially the true boxing fans that watch boxing, because the true boxing fans do watch Gervonta Davis. Do know that Gervonta Davis is a good fighter, a great fighter. So that being said, they were discussing the glove size. So supposedly, Calvin was upset because the gloves were 12 ounces, and he felt they should have been like 8 ounces. Jake Paul was like, I wasn't the one that recommended the 12 ounces. It was Gervonta Davis, which I was like, wow, that's crazy. Or it was Gervonta's team. He didn't say Gervonta Davis. And so Calvin was like out of the loop. He said, oh, I didn't know this. So, I don't know the situation with the gloves, but I don't think it should be 12-ounce gloves, maybe 10 ounces. That'd probably be good. I don't know the contract, don't know what's going on as far as that. But it looks like Netflix is starting to pick up some big fighters in these Netflix fights. You see Mike Tyson, you see George Crawford, now you see Gervonta Davis. They're having the money to back it, and you're getting more viewership. So you're taking the sport of boxing to another level. So press conference was good. I think they both have mutual respect for each other. I believe Gervonta Davis respects Jake Paul, and he brings to the table as far as finances and being able to sell a fight. Because you gotta realize that Jake Paul is $7 million. Everything. Not only that, look at the height. And it's not like it's just a person that doesn't have no skills at all. He actually trains boxing. He actually really is a couple of boxers. So with that being said, you know, do you think they should keep having these press conferences, or you think the fight's going to set the same? Put it in the comment section. Lee's Boxing Truth. I want you to like, comment, and you already know what to do. Subscribe.